I've never told you this before. This happened to me when I was younger. There was this guy. He died. He had a funeral. His wife was there at the funeral, crying her eyes out. They were very much in love. The funeral ends. She goes home. She's still crying. She goes to bed. She wakes up in the middle of the night, and she hears her phone ringing. She looks over. It's his phone. She picks it up. She cries. She goes, "What is this?" And then she hears his voice on the other end. "Hello?" She goes, "What?" She thought maybe she was going crazy. She puts the phone down. It rings again. She picks it up. She goes, "Who is this?" And he says, "Hello." Again she says, "What? Who is this?" Again he says, "Hello." For the third time she screams, and she hangs up the phone. In the morning, they find that he was buried with his cell phone. The message, just breathing, no words. We don't know what the message was. All we know is that the guy who sent it is dead. So here's the deal. Most people are going to say, obviously, this is a ghost story. Most people are going to say, no way. That's not a ghost story. That's a story about a miracle. It's a story about the afterlife. Some of you are going to say, nah, that's just a made-up story. Okay, fine. Whatever you want to believe, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to tell you what happened. What I do want to talk about now is what would you do in this scenario? Let's say you're the wife. Let's say you're the person who receives this phone call in the middle of the night. What would you do? Would you pick it up? Would you not pick it up? Would you investigate where the phone call came from? What would you do? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious about this one. Also, I want to tell you another story that's similar to this one. There was a woman. Her husband died. At his funeral, she noticed a man in the crowd she didn't recognize. The funeral ends. She goes home. She's crying. She doesn't sleep. She sits by herself in the dark. Suddenly, she hears a knock at the door. She jumps. She goes to the window. She peeks through the blinds. She sees the same guy standing outside. She doesn't open the door, but she goes to the front door, and she looks through the peephole. She sees him again. Same guy. Still not recognizing who this guy is, she opens the door and she goes, "How can I help you?" And he says, "Are you his wife?" She goes, "Yes, I am." He says, "I'm here to see him." And she says, "He's gone. He's dead. He's in a coffin in the backyard." The man looks around and he says, "I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that." And he walks away. The woman closes the door. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, that's obviously a story about a ghost. Obviously, the guy's dead. He comes back to look for his friend or whatever. No, not the case at all. The woman knew the man. She just didn't recognize him because he was in mourning. He had a black beard and a black shirt on, and she couldn't see his face. She thought he was a stranger. The point of that story is, sometimes in times of grief we have tunnel vision. You only see what you want to see. You only see what you expect to see. If you are expecting to see ghosts, you will not see a person who's just in mourning. So what would you do if the phone rang in the middle of the night? Would you answer it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious about this one. Also, make sure you stay tuned for more content like this. And remember, I won't tell you what to think, but I will tell you what happened.